is different when you move smart free. Summer still counts, we don't hit pause. Brain doing push-ups, mind staying sharp. Chilling in the shade, but we still go hard. Safe locked in, yeah, we play our part. Summer still counts, every long day. Reading on a porch, then we run and we play. Whole crew up, yeah, we glow, we advance. Sun high up, but we still got plans. Afternoon's hot, so we hit the rec center. Coach know my name soon as I enter. STEM club, robots on the table. Turn old toys into something kind of fatal. Friend hit my phone, slide to this spot. I say, who are they? What's the real plot? If it sound off, I just change that route. Sometimes staying home is how you show clout. Screen time low, but the goals stay high. Summer job money, little stack on the side. Still get laughs, still call grandma, let her talk, but the summer still counts. We don't hit pause, brain doing push-ups, mind staying sharp, chilling in the shade.
All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our annual National Summer Learning Association Summer Planning Bootcamp. My name is Aaron Dworkin. I have the honor of being the CEO of this organization and the chance to work with so many of you. We appreciate you all so much taking the time today during your busy lives to spend a few hours with all of us, this large community. We have more than 1,500 people across the country, almost every single state, plus Puerto Rico and DC, who are joining us today, who are all connected by a shared commitment to helping kids have the best summer possible this summer. But that doesn't just happen. It takes intention, it takes planning, it takes partnership. And we have a chance in the next couple hours to bring to you so many experts, model programs, great resources that hopefully you can use, you can learn from, and you can apply to your programs this summer. I just want to share, again, a huge thanks to our sponsors who are making this event possible. So thank you to the STEM Next Opportunity Fund, our title sponsor for today and a year-round partner of ours. Thank you to Instructure, University Instructors, Tutor.com, After School Labs, Wallace Foundation, Assembly by Scala, Sticks, the great people at Kid Grit. There's a group called Best Day Ever that has been so helpful, Simple Trader Pro, and you'll hear from a wonderful leader in a few minutes, Coy Bowles of Coyco and the Zach Brown Band, and a man who's done so much, who cares so much about all of our work, and we'll be hearing from him shortly. I just want to also remind us why this matters so much. The summer months, there's data, but we know from our lives, the summer is both the most high need time for kids. Hunger is at its highest for children during the summer. Juvenile crime is at its highest. Emergency room visits are at their peak for kids during the summer months. But it's also the most high impact time in a kid's year, where we have the chance to teach them new skills and give them mentors and experiences they would never had, opportunities that they might never have if they're not in your programs. And those opportunities lead to options and lead to future experiences. We all know examples where one summer experience leads to another. The experiential learning that we all do, is so important because it's both immediate. Kids learn what you teach them that day and they can use it, but it's lasting. 20 years from now, 30 years from now, they might say, hey, I have this job. I went to this college. I'm still close with these people that I met through the experience I got in my summer program. And the last thing that we know that you all do that's so important is build community. And that's what we're trying to do today. Every kid feels seen and heard and known. Every staff person feels seen, known, and heard. Every kid wants to become a staff member. And this is what you all do, no matter what your topic, no matter where you're doing your programs. We know from visiting you and talking with you and seeing your programs in action that building community is everyone's special sauce. So we have a great day planned for you. We're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep it really active, and we hope you use the chat to stay engaged and interactive. And I just want to share that NSLA, we work for you. So it doesn't all have to be covered on this webinar. You can reach out to our team afterwards, our professional learning communities, and stay involved and engaged, and we'll follow up on anything that you're missing or any questions you have. We want to help you have the best program you can this summer. And this earlier in late January, we went to Alabama, the state of Alabama. A lot of southern states have had huge investments in summer, and as a result, in part of those investments, have moved up dramatically in their math and reading scores. So we had a whole conference this year, and we're going to be doing another one this coming year, so stay tuned for that. But we went to Alabama and we brought all these CEOs together of big organizations and different partners who might not know each other, work together always, but we brought them together to see how they can collaborate. And we shared with them this video that we want to share with you now because we think it's pretty relevant to all our work this summer. So Leslie?
Summer means freedom, growth, making friends, and having fun. But for millions of kids who can't afford these opportunities, the absence of summer learning creates problems.
Not closing this gap has consequences for mental health, physical health, academic success, and careers.
We know the summer slide is real. We know summer learning loss is real, but we also know that with some intentionality that we can eliminate summer learning loss.
Add up every summer from kindergarten through college. That's 5.5 school years of learning. Millions of kids benefit from this. Millions still don't.
America has the schools, programs, partners, and expertise it needs to solve this problem.
No one entity, no one sector, no one organization, no one school district is going to serve 29 million students by themselves. It's only going to be done when all those groups come together.
We are serving the same neighborhoods. The opportunity is to connect the dots.
In the summer, 72% of kids attend programs outside their school buildings. We need you to come together to reach kids wherever they are.
For more than 30 years, NSLA has been a leader and convener, bringing nonprofits, government, and business into the same room.
The National Summer Learning Association is the leading organization in America working to ensure every young person can access and afford a high-quality summer learning experience every year, regardless of their background, income, or zip code.
They bring a lot of the technical experience and expertise. And how do we achieve scale across an entire country where we can provide a truly impactful experience for every kid every summer?
Good ideas can come from anywhere, but sustained change, that takes partnership.
If the leaders in this room work together, they can reach millions of more children.
So, can I ask you a question?
What solutions have you developed that could scale?
What would it take to serve more kids in your programs this summer?
What kind of partners and support do you need to change more kids' lives?
Investment works. States like Alabama proved it. Their investment in summer helped increase.
Our goal is clear. To close the gap among America's kids, we need to add 7 million low-income kids to programs by 2030.
An amazing summer for all, not just for some.
We can solve this challenge. Let's close the summer, cross it off America's to-do list.
To the Summer Solutions Leadership Forum.
So thank you. So thanks for watching that video. That video is still relevant whether you're at the forum and where you were team trying to serve all the kids in the United States the best ways we can. So you're going to get a lot of resources, a lot of conversation for you. A group that wants to be an ally to all of us and support us, especially around the issue of STEM. Fund. Camsie McAdams is one of their leaders, and they have resources, free resources for anyone who wants to incorporate STEM into their program. So we just want.
Hi everyone, and welcome. I'm Camsie McAdams from STEM Next Opportunity Fund, and we're proud to partner with the National Summer Learning Association to support this year's Summer Planning Bootcamp. At STEM Next, we work across the country to expand high-quality STEM learning in after-school and summer programs, because we know these experiences play a critical role in helping young people discover what they're interested in, what they're capable of, and where they can go next. That's why we value this community so much. Summer is such a powerful window of opportunity. It's a time when young people can get outside, explore, create, and engage with the world in ways that just feel different from the school day. It's also a moment where learning can become more hands-on and flexible, more connected to real life. That is especially true when it comes to STEM. When young people experience STEM in the summer, they're not just learning concepts. They're solving real problems, exploring their interests, and beginning to see how STEM connects to careers and opportunities in the great big wide world around them. That's where we see a huge opportunity. By integrating STEM and career-connected learning into your summer programs, you can help young people build confidence, develop skills, and start to imagine their future pathways in new and different ways. At STEM Next, we're focused on supporting you in that work, whether that's through practical tools, activities, or approaches that bring STEM and career connection to life in ways that are both engaging and accessible for your programs. Later today, my colleague Sabrina Gomez will share some specific strategies and examples that you can use to integrate career-connected STEM into your summer planning right away. There's even one opportunity that brings along a small stipend with it. We're excited to be part of this conversation and even more excited about what you're building for young people this summer. Thank you for everything you do. I hope you find today's bootcamp planning session valuable and inspiring.
Awesome. All right, so thank you. And by the way, if anyone's having technical difficulties, our team will try and respond to you to your needs in the chat. So thank you to, again, STEM Next Opportunity Fund. We'll hear a little bit more about what they have to offer in a few minutes. And listen, the most important person that we're all trying to serve are the young people in our programs, for sure. They're the boss, they're the top. But all of you, all your staff matter, your teachers, your community supporters. And then we have policymakers who they don't work directly with the kids. That's what hopefully you all do. But what they decide and the funding and the decisions they make our jobs easier, make it harder, and have a big difference to play for all of us. So I wanted to introduce you to Ally Talcott. She's coming on screen. She's the CEO of Ally for Progress. She's a big partner to NSLA and everyone in the summer learning community, and an expert on education policy. And we're going to give her a few minutes to just share a little bit about the landscape we're all working in right now. Ally?
Hi, everyone. Aaron, can you hear me? Okay, perfect. Hi, everyone. It's so nice to be with you. I'm Ally Talcott, as Aaron mentioned. I'm founding partner at Allied for Progress. We are a full-service government relations firm that represents nonprofits in the education and youth development spaces. I have spent the last decade and a half advocating on behalf of nonprofit organizations who are making the world a better place for kids, helping to secure billions of dollars from the federal government. It has been an absolute honor to support NSLA's federal policy for the last several years. In my time on behalf of NSLA, we've worked together to help secure billions of dollars in funding for summer programs through the American Rescue Plan. We have worked with Senator Murphy's office to introduce the Summer for All legislation, which, if passed, would provide $4 billion over 4 years directly to community-based organizations to support summer programs. And lately, my work in this rather challenging federal environment with so many changes happening every day, my work on behalf of NSLA has really been devoted to protecting the important programs that we have in law, like the 21st Century Community Learning Centers and summer meals programs, and all of the federal policies that support children in those summer months. And really, as Aaron will tell you, and as we talk about all the time on the Hill and in DC, is that this is really a nonpartisan issue, and it has bipartisan support. When we talk to offices across the states and across the aisle, all of them believe that summer programs should be invested in. And so there is a lot of bridge work that we're doing to make sure that the programs that we know have bipartisan support continue to receive funding from Congress. And so I know that the federal policy landscape has really been rapidly changing with this administration and with tensions in Congress. But what we have been doing for our folks at NSLA is really providing up to the minute updates on what these changes mean, what is really happening in DC, and what can we do to ensure that the critical supports for children and families continue to remain a top priority at the federal level. So our work at NSLA is to ensure that you all know how these changes might impact your programs. And I would say that the best way to stay in the know on federal policy is to join the NSLA Insiders membership, where we will be sharing updates about federal policy and providing tools to be the best advocates that you can be. One of the things that I know folks ask all the time is like, how do we advocate for these things when there's so much chaos in Congress, or when Congress wants to just cut all the things and, you know, the president wants to change all these education programs. And the truth is that the best thing that you all can do as advocates is just tell your story as you know it, in terms of the anecdotes, right? Not getting caught up in the policies as they are, but really just sharing what federal funding does for your communities, or how these specific programs benefit when they receive federal grants. What we are finding all the time is that there's so much that plays out in DC that is front facing and very newsworthy, but at the end of the day, there are a lot of politicians that want to protect these programs. And the most important thing that can be done right now in this sort of very challenging landscape is just share the story about how it impacts your community. At the end of the day, most of these folks in DC go home and there is a summer program in their community, and being able to relate how those federal dollars really change kids' lives, right, is something that we have found does resonate across the aisle, no matter which office you're talking to. So I encourage folks to continue uplifting those stories. They are the very reason that many of these federal programs continue to get funded by Congress. And we have a lot of reason to believe that they will continue to be funded by Congress because of the amazing advocacy you all have been doing. And due to the fact that NSLA and many of our organizational partners at the federal level continue to do our advocacy on behalf of all of you. So just wanted to take a minute to say thank you, and to share that keep telling your stories, keep doing the advocacy, and every form of advocacy really matters, whether it's signing that letter that you see online, or actually meeting with your Congress and showing up to your Capitol Hill days, going to your various town halls. All of those things are incredibly important as Congress gets ready to determine the fiscal year 27 funding bills, which fund many of the education programs and summer programs that we care about, many of the community supports programs that we care about. And so I would say that right now is the best time to start sharing those things with your policy and lawmakers. And yeah, we really want to see you all join that Insiders membership, where we'll be continuing to put out tons of advocacy material over the next few months. So thanks, everybody.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ally. And I just want to echo, Ally is works for all of us and with all of us, in support of all of us. And we have something called National Summer Learning Week, July 6th through 10th, that we hope everyone here will use that as a chance to invite their staff or members of Congress to come and see your programs in action. It's a great advocacy opportunity. Brodrick Clarke, our VP of Program and System Quality, a wonderful guy who wrote the song you all heard, Summer Still Counts, that was playing during the opening slides.
Yeah. Summer still counts without question. We don't hit pause. Mine is doing push-ups. Our mind is staying sharp without question. That's what we want for every single one of our young people this summer. As Aaron said, my name is Brodrick Clarke, the author of the self-proclaimed hit song, This Summer, Summer Still Counts. We don't hit pause. Thank you so much, Aaron, for that introduction. Thank you so much, Ally, for always reminding me of that beautiful policy landscape that we must all be aware of and contribute. It's not a spectator sport, so just kind of getting in that space. And thank you for enabling us to do what we do in that space. Once again, welcome. My name is Brodrick Clarke. I serve as the Vice President of Training and Professional Development at the National Summer Learning Association. So my heart is full right now because I'm looking at the chat and I'm seeing so many people put their name and city in that space, and I can see your face just like I did when I got to hang out with you in person. And so shout out to everybody who's here with us right now in this moment, live and direct. But I'd be remiss if I didn't also shout out the people that's listening to the recording at some point. So we appreciate you taking that time. It's my pleasure to serve as your host for this amazing, incredible webinar. And somehow we continue to keep upping it up and stepping up and leveling up. I love last year, but this lineup today is incredible. We have some incredible conversations and resources that are in store for you. So once again, Brodrick, Clarke, reporting for duty. I know we've been planning since the summertime, but it's a wonderful day to remind ourselves that, we got to get going because summer is right upon us. So on that note, it's an honor to introduce to you our amazing keynote speaker today, who's been inspiring young minds through music and storytelling his whole life. Y'all know that's my love language without question. So to get a chance to introduce this gentleman, Coy Bowles, who's a renowned guitarist, come on now, for the Grammy-winning Zac Brown Band. Coy is not only a celebrated musician, but also a passionate advocate for children's education and creativity. With a heart for storytelling, Coy has authored several beloved children's books, and I know Liz McChesney knows probably all of them, that blend humor, life lessons, and vibrant illustrations, captivating young readers everywhere. Most recently, Coy has launched Connect to Your Calling. Can I say that again, please? Connect to Your Calling, an incredible career readiness program for high school and college students at the intersection of passion and workforce development. So ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Coy. Coy, the stage is yours, brother.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. Brodrick, thank you so much for the kind words. I can't wait for us to write music together. So I just wanted to start with a message of gratitude. I am just beyond excited to be a part of this. I think the work that you guys do is so important. And just the idea that I was asked to be here fills my day with joy to know that such beautiful things are happening and the joy for kids and the time that they have during the summer is greatly focused on, and we're trying to maximize the potential of that time. So I'm just going to start out blanketly saying thank you all so much for everything you do. And I want to tell you a quick story about a summer for me. So when I was 10 years old, my mother asked me to pick an activity that I wanted to do for the summer because I was starting to get into a place where, idle hands kind of thing. So she said, I want you to pick an activity that you want to do this summer. And so I didn't pick one. And she came up to me again and said, I need to know by tomorrow what you want to do out of these three things, or I'm going to pick one for you. And she came the next day, and like a normal 10-year-old, I had not thought about it. And she said, what do you want to do? And I said, I don't know. And she said, well, you're going to play guitar. And I was like, what? Nobody wants to play guitar. Who plays guitar? Because I was really into riding skateboards at the time. So I would not be here in front of you guys. I would not have seen the world. I would not have traveled around, met people, performed with my heroes, won Grammys, created #1 songs, and lived this life is, from basically 10 on has been my dream. If it wasn't for this pivotal moment during the summer when my mom said, you need to stay busy and I'm going to give you a plan and a program to be involved in. So I have a very awesome summer story because I would not be right here when talking to you guys right now if it wasn't for that one summer that changed everything. So I'm going to share a couple of pictures with you guys. So, sorry, I started at the end there. So who is Coy Bowles? It's very important for me to be able to prove to you guys pictures are worth 1,000 words, so I can get into this pretty fast and show you guys. It's important for you to know that I do work, and I am not just someone who's a musician who comes and is just talking. So I'm a husband. This is our first date. Look at the aw shucks. I can't believe I'm here. We got married quickly thereafter. Look at the confidence that I have, knowing that I found my love. I'm a father to 2 beautiful girls. This is me getting silly with them. This is them dressing up like me. I coached their soccer team last year, and I would love to say that we are champions. We went undefeated, won the whole thing. One of the greatest moments of my life. Every game they won, they got to dump water on me, like you can see in this top picture. This is my beautiful family. And I'm also a musician. I play with a band called the Zac Brown Band. If you're not aware of who we are, we have been really successful in the country music world. And I've won multiple Grammys, and we just did a residency at the Sphere in Las Vegas during December and January of this last year and this year. And so Zac is one of my best friends, and he has a camp that he's created called Camp Southern Ground that's just this amazing place. So the entire band, I'm very lucky to be surrounded with people who care about kids, care about the future, and particularly Zac is someone who's been very affected in a positive way by his experience for summer activities and camp programming. And so the first time I met him, he took me out into his backyard and said, "Hey, I want to see where I'm building this camp." And that had changed to these multiple different locations as he moved along. And ultimately, he ended up building this camp, which received the 2026 National Summer Learning Association Summer Learning Legacy Award this year. It's a beautiful place if you ever get a chance to go there. So I try to surround surround myself with people like you guys, and Zac is a big proponent of encouraging me to step into giving back. I'm an author, like Brodrick mentioned. I write children's books. I'm an educator. I teach a music business class, and I also create educational material with companies like Lakeshore Learning here. This is me creating an atmosphere, a sacred space with a university in Georgia that I've been teaching for the last 15 years, a class on how to be successful in the workforce. And like Brodrick was saying, I created a program for high school students and college students called Connect to Your Calling. And it's all about learning financial literacy, time management, networking. And so the most important thing is, why am I here? So I am here to be a reminder of the power of what you do. I play music. I often forget of the power of music, and I need to be reminded. And not too long ago, a son wrote me and said, "My father's been going through cancer treatments, and I just want to let you know that on the way to the cancer treatments, we listened to the Zac Brown Band the entire way. When he does treatments, he shares an iPod, and I share an earpod. And on the ride back, we listened to the Zac Brown Band the entire way. And I just want you to know that if it wasn't for the Zac Brown Band, I don't know what my father, what his state of mind would be like, and if he could actually get through this. But I really think that through the love of our family and the music, we're going to be able to make it, and he's going to be fine." And that story, man, just brought me to this moment. Is like, I forget the power of music. I need to be reminded. So I'm reminding you guys of the power of summer programming, the power of the love for kids. The work that you're doing is wonderful. You're creating sacred spaces for kids to learn, to grow, to be vulnerable, and to be understood. And so I took a second because I wanted to make sure that I spoke exactly true to what I was going to say. So I wrote something that I'd like to read in closing. So the power and importance of what this group of people are doing and the profound effects it has on kids, families, and the future is so important. Remind yourselves of that. Remind others of the work that they are doing. Let my story of starting to play guitar one summer be a reminder of how everything can change for the positive over just one summer. Stop, close your eyes, and see the faces of the kids and the people that you know that you changed their lives for the better, and let that fill your cup. Embrace your calling to help others more than you ever have, because you absolutely know for sure it's 100% the right thing. Connect with your teams, connect with each other, and strengthen your bonds for the betterment of our world. You are amazing, you are important, and we cannot afford to lose you. So stay strong, enjoy the ride, have fun, be creative, be innovative, and stay connected to your calling. And like your story, because they are beautiful, these stories, and they absolutely deserve to be heard. My name is Coy Bowles. Day, and please know that I'm always here to help. So go to coybowles.com and check out. There's every way I can be positive or help. So thank you so much for your time today.
Wow. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that so much. Can we get seconds just to let that sink in for a second? I know time is limited, but it's important to pause and just let that vibration sink in. I appreciate you so much for those inspiring words, brother, and can't wait for us to connect again and create together.